but you could always still run it in the safe lane. The one position for RTZ is we've seen the Marcy get flexed quite a bit. So they have a couple of options still with the Shopify draft, at least in terms of hiding what this last pick's going to be. Five Rat go
Mhm.
with the silencer though, so a little bit weird considering you already have the Undying, and both of these heroes typically are played in the five. We've seen a couple off lane silencers, but I'm not sure if that's where they want to go with this. Obviously, Nature's Prophet likely be played by speed, I would say, on the side of Five Rat. Is it's going to be Nico on the mid lane, Pango slash Red 2, for those of you that are wondering. Um, so yeah, it'll be interesting to see what both teams kind of expect here with these last phase of bans. I would say if you're Five Rat, get rid of a couple carries that you're really worried about, and maybe force the Marcy into the one. But Five Rat still have a little bit of flexibility here. I think both teams are looking for their one position. I think that's pretty
Mhm.
much what we're looking at here.
Yeah, I gotta say I don't like the draft from five. I don't know if you feel differently about this connect, but Undying Silencer is an incredibly weak support duo in my opinion.
Yeah, and I was just thinking that, and I was trying to like imagine how I would, configure these heroes if I was in the driver's seat here. And I mean, the one kind of creative thing that's jumping to mind is maybe you try running an off lane Undying with the four silencer, because that is a nasty lane that just like it maybe doesn't scale as well into the late game, but like
10 seconds left.
super hard to deal with. And then you have a Pango mid and a carry Prophet.
Mhm.
You can just grab an
5
easy
seconds.
support here and just kind of call it your cores. But they are kind of missing some element of stun on initiation. Yeah, you get a little bit of it out of the Pango, but ideally the Pango kind of wants to follow something up. So like, I would be looking for some sort of offlane hero, yeah, to actually come out here. But just thinking of kind of creative ways that they can use these heroes, because yeah, I think that um they've got a lot of heroes that do very similar things, I
Yeah,
think. Yeah.
but none of them are
5
amazing at
seconds.
starting a team fight. They'll kind of come in afterwards, do a counter initiation. In my
Yeah,
opinion,
they're very counter initiate, and that's really good against the Batrider and pretty good against the Enigma as well. But I think right now they you know just based on playstyle, like I was gonna say, like not on heroes, because I think actually 5 Four Staff has the advantage here, but like in just farming, Shopify Rebellion, formerly EG, that was kind of their MO, was they just like were everywhere on the map at all times, just gaining as much gold as possible. And it was critical to what got them, so far in every tournament over the last 10 years.
All right.
Um,
Dyer gets the ban.
so yeah, it's hard to say kind of how this is going to play out here, but I think um, if 5 Four Staff can maybe say, okay, we're just going to split and farm and then counter initiate with the Pango roll and the global silence, then maybe there's a more passive gameplay in here that works for them.
10 seconds.
well, we'll see. I mean, this team has been very good at drawing things out to the late game. So as
5
long as they can
seconds.
survive that laning phase, I mean, this team is like an average of a 50-minute game. Everything seems to go
Yeah.
about 47 minutes out of 60. Like me and Ricky are stuck here in our chairs all day when Five Rat is playing.
It's kind of true. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that tweet the other day at Panders.
That guy's a psychopath, man.
Oh yeah, he absolutely is. Well, yeah, we got former Panders team versus current Panders team, so we got
Yeah, I was gonna say that's the thing
yeah,
that's kind of funny here is
United.
Pander's worked with Shopify slash XEG for a while,
Starting in 5 seconds.
and
Yeah.
now here he is with Five Rats. So it's kind of cool. Kind
You
of
had
cool.
you had him on as a guest just the other day, right?
Yeah, yesterday.
He's missing this one. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he's I believe he assists with the draft for 5 Four Staff, so
Yeah.
we're not able to bring him on for these ones. There's limits to how far I can go with my guest appearances. I think that one I'd get in trouble with.
Yeah, that
Oh,
would be a little.
that'd be a great
questionable.
guess. Just get the entirety of Fire Force in
We'll have
the
on
chat
during
while
the
you're.
draft.
Yeah, yeah.
5 seconds.
The Spirit Breaker
Spirit
pick
Breaker
here
pick.
is pretty interesting, right? Like, I feel like this is going to be the 5 position for Fly, and we're going to be seeing like Spirit Breaker Marcy.
Welcome to Dota.
And they last pick a Timbersaw. I mean, it's a pretty good Timbersaw game. There is not a lot of options to stop him. Whoa, crits on the Spirit Breaker.
Ooh, all right, yeah. So five Rubik on Fly. That yeah, that makes sense. I'm worried about this 5 Rats draft. I mean, they have one stun in their entire draft, and it's the Pango roll. Against this against this Enigma, like I feel like once he gets his BKB, this is a rough looking game. But you know, they've got the tools to split this game, at least to take it global. You know, like you know, Timbersaw can just live in those side lanes. Prophet can be TPing all over the place. Pango's a super mobile hero.
10
It might
seconds.
just be that you know, Shopify. I think
Don't
that's the
fight.
idea behind the
5
Spirit Breaker
seconds.
pick, though. Like,
Yeah.
is you know, we want to make sure that they can't run us around, and we can force them to kind of play together. But you know, I think the early game will matter a lot in that regard.
Yeah, I agree with that. I look at this and I think, okay, Five Rats draft is based completely around not fighting you. Like the Undyings are carrying that in the late game, these other here or early game, and these other heroes doing that in the late game. And the Spirit Breaker is okay, we're fighting you anyways.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And I think yeah, I think that's probably what was going through EG's head is like, hey, we got to make sure that we've got something to catch the side lanes. Like, yeah, Batrider will do okay, but you know, Batrider doesn't really play that like, you know, blink catch role anymore. He's a little bit more of that like just high mobility, you know, take space type of hero now, where you know, drums, boots, travel, tranquils, whatever it happens to be, and you just kind of run down lanes and clear jungle stacks and whatever. Spirit Breaker is definitely that catch hero. So
Yep.
yeah, we'll see where they take it.
By the way, I'm not sure if you caught this yet, Canuck, but all the teams remaining in the upper bracket here in the BTS Pro Series are all North American teams.
Wow.
Yeah, we
Wait,
were in
oh, yeah.
shambles the last couple of Pro Series, okay? SA has been putting us in the dumpster. All right, but
Yeah.
now it's North America's time to shine again, baby. Let's go.
It just took us a
Oh,
little bit of
what?
warm up, you know.
Yeah, for a second I was gonna say, well, isn't that because SA got their own tournament? Southeast
No, it's
Asia,
just
I
on
misread.
Yeah.
We also don't have EG in this one, which
If
know.
SA gets their own tournament, our region's dead, man.
Oh, I know. I was.
SA's
No.
carrying us pretty hard right now.
Did you see Artur's message? He just says undying position 4 ... What? I mean, it is a safe lane Marcy, so Undying gonna actually be really annoying for him to play against, especially with the Timbersaw too.
I
So
didn't see that. Do I have RTZ muted? Wait. Hold
It's
up.
possible. Toxic gamer. I mean, he is just all
Oops.
chatting that in official right now, so odds are the mute is there for good reason.
All right, gang. 30
Yeah,
seconds.
probably.
all right, based on draft alone, where do you guys feel like this is going? Who do you kind of prefer?
Well, I know that Ortiz is going to have a bad time. He's going to lose half his strength to decay and the other half to whirling death.
Wait, what did he demonic convert?
Prophet Treant, maybe?
Oh,
Yeah,
a
Prophet
Prophet
Treant.
Treant. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
right. I was trying to figure out. I was like, I was looking for the Prophet on his team, but yeah, never mind. That makes
Yeah, no, I
sense.
think in terms of draft, like I'm liking Shopify right now. I think they're like I think the Spirit Breaker answer to this draft is gonna just round things out nicely. I did have my concerns up until that pick about like, oh, can they control this split? But now I think they're gonna have a really solid timing on Saberlight's Enigma here. As soon as he gets, you know, he's probably going like Greaves BKB.
Yep.
And I think, you know, once he gets that up, it's going to be really hard. Like, yeah, the silencer always has the global, but not that hard to just kill a silencer in this game, I think.
It's really funny watching the summon wars in the top lane, similar to like just Nature's Prophet running the treants at the Eidolons, trying to kill them before they split.
Yeah.
Yeah, all these heroes are so bad at dealing with summons, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So Sansa can't do anything about these Eidolons getting around him. Spirit can't do anything about the treants, really. Just forced to like face tank them or walk away.
Yeah, these I've been playing against with and against a lot of side lane prophets lately, and just like if you're a hero that doesn't deal with Eidolons and he just clicks them on you, like yeah, they just sit there and you take 100 damage while you do literally nothing for 30 seconds, or you just run in circles. You know, it's very sad.
This bottom lane is like the saddest lane in history to be a strength hero. Well, that being said, they get aggressive here on the level 2 timing, and speed just gets punished. Never mind.
Yeah, that was just prime knowing your level 2 spike, you know?
Yeah. Counting
They
the
knew that
creeps.
creep was going to die sooner, and they just went for it. And yeah, I mean, the best time to kill a Timbersaw is level 1, and they got it.
Well, with watching his levels there on speed, and he ends up getting punished for it pretty hard. That Undying wasn't able to get on top of him either. They were beside the trees as well. The Whirling Death just doing extra damage over there, but didn't end up mattering.
Yeah. I mean, I think we'll see
Yeah,
this lane get a little bit easier for 5-Rat as it goes. Like, they're just going to force the Marcy out of the lane eventually. Like, there's really not much he can do on this Marcy to a Timbersaw Undying, right? But
Yeah.
he's just 58 damage. Oh, no.
Yeah, both Fly and Arteezy starting with Magic 6 too, which, like, good idea in this lane. There's going to be a lot of spell spammed, and I think that was part of the what made that first blood happen was there was like an 8 stick or something on Marcy, which kept him healthy.
Absolutely. We can talk about the mid lane a little bit. We haven't really gotten too much out of this. Abed does
With the
snipe
courier
Red
kill.
2's courier. I mean, that's actually pretty sick. But I feel like Abed Batrider into Pango. It's not like Pango doesn't really lose lanes. He just either draws them or wins them. Well, I say that.
That's dead. Ooh, okay.
He'll be fine. As
Oh.
long as he gets the
Yeah,
stacks
good
to drop on him, he should be fine, which he hasn't yet.
Ice Frog's greatest creation was sticky napalm doing damage.
It honestly is one of the best reworks to I don't know if it's
Best?
like good enough as a rework, but it's one of the best
I think
changes
it's
to this
good
hero
eno-
ever.
I think it makes his hero ridiculous in the lane.
Oh, it does.
He's just way too powerful now, man.
He used to just be completely irrelevant in lane, minus like a couple counters, but he was like one of the best late game heroes. Now he's like good at both, but not broken.
I
Right?
think he's kind of broken.
I don't know. There's a lot of heroes that can deal with napalm.
There are heroes that can deal with napalm. Unfortunately, Pango is not one of them. Red 2 is doing decent in this lane regardless. The biggest question is if Red 2 is going to get Lance of Pursuit and then Brigand's Blade again this game.
100%.
Because he seems to every single game he picks up Pango.
Nice charge to the mid
Without
lane here
fail
from
this
Crit.
tournament.
I think he's going to continue this dive. Swashbuckle.
Oh
Does
my
end up
God.
just connecting under the tower. Red 2 thinking of trying to fight up here against
He's
the
crazy.
Spirit Breaker, and unless he gets double bashed, Red 2 wins this. Crit.
Yeah.
Red 2 is just too good.
This is like the moment where you're like, don't worry, I'll die for you and I'll come back mid and fill your bottle. Because he also protects both of the water runes. Like Abed gets both water runes, gets a full wave. So
That was a team morale charge for sure.
Yeah.
You just say, "Fuck it, I'm finishing this."
And there- yeah, there it is,
and your
the
team
bottle
laughs
refill.
at you, and it's
Exactly
great.
that.
Yeah.
it's like the don't worry, I'll die for you and refill your bottle, and now you have a massive regen advantage.
Yep.
So-
Unfortunately, he didn't grab the third rune or the fourth rune. The
Amazing what you'll find.
minute 0 Bountyman was still sitting there.
Oh, that's kind of nice. That was tactical
really?
for sure.
Yep. Oh, he's back up to full HP on Red 2. My Red 2 might have had to like just go base with no bounty runes there, because sitting at super low HP. Abed was full after that one, but now he's got a kill under his belt.
Yeah, but he's like a half level behind the Batrider now.
Yeah. I mean, the charge ended up being... We're done as a crazy game. You can just feed the enemy like that, and just based on positioning and HP, it doesn't even matter if you're the hero that gave up a kill.
A
Yeah.
lot of it's like they reduce the gold and XP of low level kills,
Yeah.
right? And creeps are just worth, like lane creeps specifically are worth so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like, you know, like if you get a good enough HP exchange, like dying and being able to TP back is almost better than having to walk back and TP back. Like, you know, if you can get somebody down to like 100 HP and they don't have regen, do it.
Abed's going for the lasso. He's gonna throw it. The charge is coming in, and Red 2, he's already spent all his mobility, so that's your... All of this set up for the charge from Crit. No cap.
Yep. And they're going to keep going. Moose is...
Abed's
In a lot of
low,
trouble here.
and with AB1 rotating in, he's gonna try and finish him off. Needs one more hit.
He'll die
He's
in
gonna
base.
pop.
Ooh.
Okay. Nice rotation from the supports, at least getting that exchange, and both of them will end up getting the XP. So, not bad.
Albino Zero stocking up on those iron branches, making sure he's got the maximal use of his item slots here.
As many stats as possible. Just a circlet and branches. Peak performance right there. We haven't really talked too much about the side lanes in a little bit, I suppose, because mid lane's been fun to watch, the good old Batrider, but Arteezy, top of the net worth, despite what we initially thought was going to be a pretty rough lane. I guess that first blood, like, kind of catapulted him pretty far ahead of where he should have been.
Yeah, 4 Undying, and it doesn't even matter.
Yeah, and
fine.
I've been keeping a bit of an eye on the side lane, and I mean, it's one of those things where like Timbersaw alone can't really like control the Marcy too much. Like Arteezy's just creep dragging, and he's always got the rebound to get out. There's not really like anything to lock the Marcy down, so like, you know, Arteezy can just kind of avoid this damage and.
Oh no, so close. Damn.
Missed that. Pango goes down though.
Yeah, no, you can continue making your point though. It is like I actually am a little bit curious because I haven't been able to see a lot of this lane.
Yeah, no, I mean, I was just saying, like, it's just, like, almost a mobility thing where because Speed went for this kind of 2-0-2 build at level 4, Arteezy just had the mobility advantage, so he's just rebounding around, grabbing range creeps and stuff, and just dragging, like, he's just avoiding the creep trades.
Huh.
And Timbersaw does have more last hits, but, I mean, that kill kind of puts Arteezy up over the top
Deep
there.
into the top lane. Arteezy gonna see if he can find someone. He could maybe go for the rebound play here. It's just gonna be a telekinesis. There's gonna be the unleash, a nice sprout, but an immediate quelling blade, and good old Marcy just diving a tower at level at 8 minutes into the game.
God,
what can you do?
So much damage.
Does rebound away, so she's gonna be out as Speed makes his presence known. Crit down here behind the tower. He's not even gonna fall either. So it's just a clean disengage. Meanwhile, Abed gets another solo kill with the lasso.
Man, going into that fight, like, I was, like, waiting for him to rebound. I was like, oh, just rebound, just grab the silencer. But he saves it, gets the kill, and then rebounds out. Like, that's why he's way better than me.
Yeah, that's why he's arguably one of the best carries in the world.
There's a lot of reasons.
No, just that one.
It's just that one, yeah.
Okay.
If I knew how to rebound, dude, it would be over for me.
It'd be over for everyone.
Oh my goodness. Let's see. Speed. I mean, he's doing okay now. He does have Chakram online, which gives him a lot more threat in the lane, which is kind of why we saw the Marcy come top. I think like once Chakram comes out on Timbersaw, your lane is no longer like really playable because he does have the chase at that point. Which here comes Abed on the Batrider, and Speed, he has to wait for this Malefice. They're just gonna black hole right away with the Batrider damage, gonna be more than enough. So beautiful play there from Saberlight and Abed, and he's not done. Gonna now dive for Moose here. Firefly still got a couple seconds left as the tombstone gets dropped. Moose trying to hobble away, not gonna be able to, as Abed gets a quick double kill and another just TP out, man. There's no stuns.
Yeah, these disrespect TPs are just, it's gonna happen all game long. This is ridiculous.
Yeah, Red 2 was trying to TP up at the top lane or to punish, but interrupted and rebound of Arteezy again.
Oh no.
Abed is off to a huge start on the Batrider now. These couple of kills, he's got Boots of Travel already done with the casual Windlace, so this man's zooming.
Yeah, topping off the net worth charts, he's looking absolutely filthy right now.
So what do we talked earlier, right, about how Shopify Rebellion is a team that has definitely struggled in terms of their lanes. Do you think we saw that kind of again happen here? Was it more of like some mistakes they made, or is it just Shopify just playing way too good? Abed TP out. No, you're kidding me.
Oh my god.
AB1 in trouble as DNM now catches a charge from Crit, and Arteezy now here on the Marcy doesn't even care about popping the Unleash. 3 dead. Oh my goodness.
Wow. Yeah, this is ridiculous. They went on that Timbersaw, and I was like, oh, well, okay, at least they get the bat in return. And then he just started TPing, and I was like, oh, no, it's happening again. Yeah. Unreal. Sorry, what were you saying before? You were asking about lanes. Which...
Yeah,
Yeah.
Now, in this game, do we feel like there was just some mistakes out of the lanes from Firat Forstaff, or like kind of what led to this? Because they are just getting absolutely ran over fight after fight now. Like,
yeah, I think it's kind of like a, you know, I've been trying to like come up with a word or a phrase for this, but like lane collapse, you know, where it's like one of your lanes goes really bad and the other ones are going okay, and then in an attempt to salvage the bad lane, everything gets ruined, right? Like, you know, Pango just got solo killed like 2-3 times, and then suddenly we started having to have silencer rotating. And like, what does a silencer do when he rotates to me, right? Like, he just throws out some damage and watches somebody walk away from him. And like, yeah, they got a couple turnaround kills and stuff, but like, just how poorly mid went really affected the side lanes because both supports got dragged away, and then suddenly it's a 1v1 Marcy versus Timbersaw, which, like I said, is playable at the bottom lane. With the Undying, they're spamming, you know, like his Q and
Decays and stuff constantly.
Yeah, like it becomes harder for the Marcy, but with all the support attention pulled off to mid, it just opened up Shopify's game so much.
Yeah.
So I think Abed really gets the credit for kind of how this laning phase is going for them so far.
Nice. Well, it is 12 minutes in, a 4K lead here as Abed level 10 on this mid lane Batrider. DNM does have his Midas here on the NP. He's going back for the Maelstrom, which is a
Wishful
pretty
thinking
standard
that
build.
he's gonna get value out of this thing at the rate they're going.
Hey, I mean, if there's any team that is known for stalling.
Yeah, and I think the one thing that Five Rat does have going for them is that their push is infinitely better than Shopify. Like, really, Eidolons are kind of all that Shopify has to hit towers with. And you know, they've got the Prophet, and like, you know, Prophet's kind of it, but Prophet is a lot of push.
Yeah.
So I think there's potential here for this game to just go slowly because Shopify can't get objectives, and then maybe Five Rat starts kind of finding their way back into it by just being sneaky Five Rats, you know?
Oh, nice jump here, bottom lane. They've got DNM. That's the Spirit Breaker, man. The last big Spirit Breaker to counter a Nature's Prophet, and boy, does it seem to be working.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't just for the NP. It was just to punish the Fire for trying to give you the runaround on the map, like we were talking about before. But the NP obviously feeling a lot of effects in this one. Like, I look at this and I think my biggest issue was with the support duo.
Just TPing.
He's just gonna black hole him. Oh no!
Dude.
He even steals the tombstone. Oh gosh, global silence coming out way too late there from AB1 as Saberlight's still alive, and Timbersaw gonna try and maybe clean some things up. Does manage to get the kill onto the Enigma, but dude, the Malefice, just the bane of this Pango's life right now. He is 14 minutes into the game, and he is still so far from his defusal.
Yeah. Yeah, the disrespect from Saberlight too. I mean, he just like starts that TP when he looks like he's in trouble, and then when he decides, oh, it's a good black hole, screw it, he turns around and
oh, the rebound, it
keep by
catches
here, though.
two. He's gonna try to get the Rolling Thunder, but he just keeps getting stunned. Telekinesis drops him into the air. He gets away on speed, but it costs you two again. Dude, Red 2 cannot play this game.
Oh, careful there. I mean,
Oh,
Marcy
Abed's
rebounding
not
this
done.
out.
He found him. That's the blink reveal as he gets on top of speed. One more napalm will do it. Crit with the charge on through. Yeah, he's just feeling himself at this point.
But yeah, I mean, this is one of the biggest issues with your draft on 5 Rat 4 staff. I mean, the 4 Undying 5 silencer, like, how do you get kills when this is your support duo? It's just not happening. Like, you have to make a massive blunder on EG. You can't set up anything by yourself on 5 Rat 4 staff. You move around the map, try to dodge fights, but you're not able to dodge. Like, the 6K net worth advantage, even if 5 Rat managed to split push and dodge out Shopify, this net worth advantage that Shopify has isn't getting any smaller. Everything it stays the same, and you know they'll bleed a kill every so often. They'll go further in favor of Shopify.
Probably hoping to catch a glimpse of them nude.
No,
Yeah,
I'm
we
worried.
were talking about that, you know, element of disengage that they kind of have with the global and maybe the tombstone and then Timbersock and Timberchain out and stuff. But like Prophet doesn't have a way out of that, and just at the rate that Abed has accelerated, I mean, you know, travels Windlace and a Blink Dagger at like less than 15 minutes. No hero can escape that. I mean, yeah, Pango, oh yeah, I'm gonna swashbuckle out, and then that's just right back on you, you know. Yeah, the chase is just so good on Shopify.
We're seeing a pretty interesting build coming out from the Timbersaw as well. I mean, he's queued up the Guardian Greaves. Red 2 mid lane about to get charged up. Nether Strike, of course, to follow. They've got Telekinesis and even a Timber Chain. Yeah, stolen there. Quite nice. AB1 comes in from the side, but realizes he can't help the boy anymore.
I'm not sure he can help himself.
Well, he can help himself to a free TP.
Back to Fountain, right?
Oh, no moves.
Good one, buddy.
It's looking rough, man. You can't even get away from the Rubik now, dude. You have stolen Timber Chain. Crit's just, or Fly's just gonna follow you around the map, dude. Oh my goodness.
Looks like the Dire figured out
It's
what
like
they
the
Yeah,
whole
it
thing,
was-
right? Where you give an inch and they take a mile, dude. That's what it is like playing in Shopify. Like, they will just punish you for any mistake.
Yeah, and they immediately after they finished that one, they scanned out the triangle. They found DNM, but DNM does manage to walk away from this one.
I am
So
not a
Abed
betting
not
man,
catching him out.
unless it's
If he shows under the wave, he just dies though.
football,
Like
horse racing, rugby.
Abed
there's
has
so
a
much
force.
pressure.
But if I
He just bought out a
was,
force staff.
I'd bet on Radiant's top tower.
Yeah, this is a wealthy man. He's a Battle Fury Marcy already, and
Almost a
only
BKB.
sitting about 80 HP or 80 net worth above the Batrider.
Yeah. I mean, Artur's gonna. Ooh, we're gonna see the fight here. If he could get the ult, no, he gets Maleficent. No, Red 2 finally able to enter an engagement here. The global silence, allowing them to finally take a fight. It's a 2-for-0, but Red 2 and Speed, they kind of need to leave. Like, they're not afraid to continue fighting. Charge comes through from Crit, doesn't connect, but it's gonna be Speed getting chased down here by the Marcy. The Unleash doing some serious work, but RTZ, you gotta be a little bit careful as well. In comes DN. Oh my
How
god,
careful
maybe
does he have
not.
to be?
There's the lasso. They've got the NP. Stuck right next to the Marcy. The Unleash still going. Charge on through. Crit finds AB1. Slaps down the
3v5.
Pango as well. Dude.
Things are looking dire for Dire's bottom tower.
That life steal just before you finish your BKB as well. You went at the no time and you managed to grab that all of those anyways. The amount of
Yeah.
life steal he had with the Unleash active was insane.
He got this
3v5
sidekick,
with
man.
2 BKB components, and he finds the whole fight. That was ridiculous.
Yeah.
Honestly, and I think a lot of that came down to Timbersaw missed his first Timber Chain out, and allowed Marcy to sit there and keep beating on him. I think if that Timber Chain hits and he leaves, that might have been a different fight. But yeah, unfortunate there. Speed maybe looking a little rattled.
I'm pretty sure the Undying died exclusively to Battle Fury Cleave.
Yeah,
And like
and
Unleashed.
the,
like,
and the pulses.
yeah, like the. Oh no, Speed gets found again up onto the high ground. They don't have Nether Strike, but they've got so many options to hold him to. No, they perfectly timed the stun. Timber Chain, not today. He's got another one coming up in a second, but he can't make it out.
And now
Oh,
they're just
man.
gonna be boxed inside their base. They can't even sit inside their base now.
There's just nowhere that's safe. Like they feel so confident being able to go up right there. RTZ does have that BKB done, so I don't really know who could stop him.
Yeah, when a Batrider is this far ahead, like it
Tower is insured.
just
Thing is standing
it
on its
feels
Oh, he got
so
the
hard to
dragon
play Dota.
scale. That's a feels good.
Oh
He's-
yeah, that,
He's gonna use it, right? Like definitely. It's one of the only items in the game that still works with it.
You can
I don't
tell
know, man.
Dire's
Fairy
middle
Trinket.
tower is in
It's
trouble.
it's a broken
Being
item.
destroyed as I speak.
It's pretty good, I guess.
He's debating. He's doing the math right now. Trying to figure out. He's like 5% or like 1 extra nickel pulse. Okay, yeah, Fairy Trinket's better. And he says the back.
Standing on its last breath.
Interesting.
I'm gonna take the Eye of Vizier though. Yep, he does.
Okay.
The extra cast range.
Yeah,
of
if he
that,
finds Eye of Vizier, you keep that for sure. Certain heroes, that thing is nuts on. BKB out in the mid lane as Marcy's going to start getting to work here, but with Tombstone down, and he's actually out of a lot of HP. Gleipnir in from DNM. He ends up getting force-staffed onto the NP, but they blow him up. Nice. They finally get themselves a kill there onto RTZ.
Yeah, Abed trying to help out, but classic carry player turns around the second you try to force staff him.
Well, what can you do? Saberlight will steal away a DD rune, which is quite nice. Abed, the lasso range, manages to
man.
find Red 2 on the Pango. The Global Signs comes in, but it's a little bit too late. Saberlight, he's got the Black Hole. He's going to drop it right onto the Timber Saw, and without the Pango, the Gleipnir does come through from DNM. Speed won't be able to survive this one, but Crit with another strike, trying to get himself out of here. He's actually going to be able to. Oh, instead he wants to keep fighting the charge into DNM. Abed with the blink. He's got the napalm stacking. They get the kill. Moves will snipe the Spirit Breaker, but Abed's Batrider is the real problem.
Let's the Undying TP out to finish off the other year. So they do lose the team fights when they don't have the Marcy with them. However, that was kind of
You
like
call that a loss? That was like a 4-for-2 when they were fighting 4v5.
I'd call that a loss. I mean, you managed to take down the Enigma despite him black hole.
Fight recap says 900 gold in the favor of Shopify.
You know, based on how these other team fights are going, I would call that a win.
It's a win in comparison to the game.
Win for the 5-round fans, man. Come on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. It's a little bit of cope,
give him
but it's
something.
fine. I'll let it slide.
Some heavy cope.
All right, into the roach pit they go. First one of the game is just a matter of time before we get here.
Doesn't want to commit to Unleash for this one, as he does need that for these team fights.
Oh my god, Crit has a Shadow Blade.
Yeah, he's just going for this Undying kill solo. Is he gonna get it?
I think he can. He just needs one bash, and he hasn't bashed yet, so eventually. Okay,
Oh
well,
my
you know,
God.
sometimes you don't bash. he was looking for the numbers, running the RNG, and just didn't quite come out quite too lucky there.
Yeah. So he's going to die for this one, but he makes space for his team, taking the rush on.
They actually smoke up right away, and they just run straight up onto the high ground. Arteezy just blinks in. He does not care. Finds the Timber Saw. But a nice rebound on over. Pops the BKB. The lasso's caught the Pango. That's the target they want to get. Is Red 2 will fall speed. Trying to Timber Chain away. Will be able to, but Abed still in pursuit for the moment. They've got another rebound to play with, but perfectly timed dispose. Will cancel out that Timber Chain.
Dyer's courier has lost its brave battle with
And Abed is now chasing for Moose. Okay, yeah. Saberlight just providing that little bit of extra vision, extra little bit of chase here, and Moose with a Lotus Orb trying to survive. He actually will be able to.
Yeah. Well, can't quite finish him off.
NP
Unfortunately,
here as well.
AB1.
Global Science comes through. The Gleipnir will connect onto
Oh, they
Abed.
got two.
They're gonna get
They
a
have a
both.
TP cancel.
Okay.
It's over. They have a TP cancel.
They have the Gleipnir. Oh my gosh. I mean, that's so much gold. He's got 1,200 gold for the NP. 1,000 gold alone just for killing Abed.
Yeah, and they haven't managed to break high ground yet either. They dove a little bit too far there. Thought they were invincible, but like you said, have to connect the Gleipnir. As soon as they can cancel TPs, it is all over for Shopify.
I know. Abed was like, "Oh, I'm invincible. Look at me, guys. Ha ha ha." And then, what? Jaw hit the floor. Didn't know what hit him.
At some point, he'll just buy a BKB, right? For now, the fact that he has Blink, Force Staff, Octarine on top of the Eye of Vizier. He's played incredibly greedy this game, and so
And I mean, he's got a Yules queued up. He's not even looking at the BKB.
yeah, just get that Wind Waker. That's all you need. That'll get you out of the Sprout.
Yeah.
How close is he getting to level 20? I mean, DNM is still quite far from level 20. You can, I would say you could hold down the Marcy with that, but you built a battle fair this game on the Marcy. Like, you just cut yourself out of the trees and rebound afterwards.
And rather than the Basher, he's queued up Daedalus. He's just relying on his team to be able to find the crowd control, and he is just going to kill people in a single flurry of Unleash. Like, the Daedalus that comes out with the 5 strikes at level 18, it's like 2,500 physical damage. It's nuts. Moves mid lane. He drops the Tombstone, ends up stealing Decay as the Reflected Telekinesis does come through, and AB1's gonna get found instead.
Yeah.
Is Abed still not done? Okay. He's just having some fun.
Well, it's really hard to commit onto this Undying because of the Lotus Orb. Would love to be able to just drop the lasso on him and pull it back into his team, but can do no such thing at the moment.
Dude, Crit almost has an axe.
Don't look now, but Radiant's bottom tower is getting
Crit's as farmed as the Pango, by the way.
It's kind of funny.
Oh, Jesus. You said Crit almost has an eggs, and I like immediately just looked at Rubik. and I was
Rubik,
like,
yeah.
"Where's Greg?" Yeah.
I think we all make them.
Yeah,
I mean,
I've said
just
Crit
yesterday-
multiple times, yeah.
Yeah, just yesterday he was playing 2 Rubik games in a row. So. Yeah, he's only, 300 gold away from this one. As soon as he got this, like, the train
there's your
don't
lasso.
stop.
Backside of the fight, Artur is just going to chase down Red 2, the Telekinesis, and the Black Hole committed as well. The rebound, Arteezy just destroys that Pangolier as the Global Science trying to save speed, but the damage is just way too much. As they go up onto the high ground, nice Gleipnir will buy them a little bit of space, but with 2 cores down, it's looking rough.
Yeah, and this was a little bit of what I was talking about, the push potential. Like, yeah, they got a ton of kills, but Shopify kind of, looking at a 1 fight, and they can't really hit a tower. If you got a Drow or something here, maybe you're plinking away at that tier 3, but, they kind of have to just run, farm, extend their lead, and maybe that results in a long enough game for 5rat to do something with this profit, but it is looking grim.
Did anyone else visually see, like, a Chakram over here? By the Dire Secret shop? Am I crazy?
Nope, that's just you.
Nope.
Oh.
You crazy.
I see. I wouldn't worry about it then.
You want to maybe ask your roommate if they see it too?
Yeah. See these weird chakrams all over the place?
Close my eyes and all I see is spinning.
I bet 5 feel the same way with how this game's been going.
Chakram in the room with us right now.
Abed looking for an opening. The backside of the fight. It looks like they're just gonna charge up onto Undying here, but they've lost Silencer. Man, I don't even know where these fights are happening. There's like 3 different people chasing everywhere. They get the NP in the mid lane with the lasso. It just goes right into the hands of the Marcy. And now the pushback as well. RTZ trying to burn this Aegis. It's up in 2 seconds. He needs to be a little bit careful. Red 2 comes in with the Rolling Thunder, ends up dispelling it. He's got no B. He to keep the BKB off. Perfectly timed stun there from the Pango. And now it's Speed and Red 2 trying to get away from Abed. Okay, you get the Marcy, but the real carry again. Abed's Bat Rider. Good luck. Roll up, trying to protect him for the moment. The chase continues. They just go 1 by 1. Speed. Perfect. They're just so good at controlling the Timbersaw here. This is absolutely nuts. They just never let him Timber Chain away. So many just small disables over and over again. 4 for 1. As actually,
I don't think you can get AB1. That might be crit. That's the fountain.
Is it though?
Are they gonna get him?
I think crit might be dead here. I mean, that E is gonna hurt a lot.
Crit, no cares death.
Yeah, well, sometimes you die. It's fine.
Yeah, we've seen this series that the crit is not afraid of a death timer.
I mean, when you get the Aghanim Scepter, you just want to go in. Let's be honest. Hell, when you play Spirit Break, you just want to go in. I don't like canceling charges. It's a sign of cowardice.
It is.
How are you supposed to strike fear into the hearts of 5 4 staff if you're canceling your charges? They need to know that you're a psychopath. There's the data list completed now, by the way, before we got the Bachelor. So they are just going to die in one flurry of this Unleash. 5 attacks is, I think, more than enough to kill anybody once you factor in side kit and like 2 crits on average.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's a lot of damage.
Yeah.
Abed pops that Arcane Rune. Will just walk right on into the Undying Tombstone, up onto the high ground, into the Golem. He's actually tanking up a lot. Okay, there was a silence there, but he is gone, and now Speed about to learn the same fate. Instead, Artur will look back on over the Undying. There's going to be the last one. They've got Red 2 again. Oh my god, dude. Let him go. Oh my goodness. There's just no escape. Ultra kill for Arteezy's Marcy.
They're looking for the rampage. Can they find it?
Yeah, they're trying to find anything they can. They walk up onto the high ground. Unfortunately, DNM's not going to give that to him.
If you're in the vicinity of Dire's top tower,
Yeah, that death recap really says something. 1,500 damage in 1 second from the Marcy.
Dire's top tower
7,000 damage from that Marcy in the last team fight.
That's good stuff.
Nope. Yeah, but this goes back to what Canuck was talking about. Your damage on these towers is so goddamn slow.
Yeah, you've got a Spirit Breaker just smacking a tier 2. Just
He's got the Dragon Scale. That's what's doing the majority of the damage here.
It's working,
If you
man.
didn't have this Dragon Scale, like, no way they get this building. But they realize how important it is for them to be holding this.
Dude, look
Yeah,
at the
man,
net worth distribution in this game. It's just DNM's profit, and then the rest of his team is bottom 4.
Oh my god, everyone
yeah.
on Shopify is ahead of them.
These games are the worst to play, where like you're obviously losing, but like the other team can't finish. You know, like it is terrible being on the receiving end of one of these.
Dude, please tell me Arteezy's buying a Rapier and not a Nullifier. Damn it, he's going Nullifier. That's boring.
Let's not go too crazy. That would be the perfect way to just lose this game. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Or would it be very funny? You know,
It would be very funny.
That's the most important part.
Spirit Breaker
Crit's just
going for the
charging the fountain, but he's just revealing the whole side of 5 4 staffs. They do drop a tombstone in the mid lane, and now Speed's gonna chase after them. Arteezy looking to maybe enter the fight here, but they just back away up onto the high ground where they have the advantage. And 5 4 staff will back as well, not really wanting to take the fight outside their base here.
Yeah, and there's that counter initiate we were talking about, like 20k up, but still, as soon as that tombstone goes down and there's a threat of global, you could lose a fight, so they back out and decide to look for another one when they can.
He's been doing a good job in Saberline, just guarding Greaves off the global silence immediately, then drop the black hole. I think he's done it twice now.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh,
Ooh.
that was close. Yep, nullifier done now on RTZ. He just keeps charging back and forth. He knows he's going to find someone on the high ground, and this one, it's going to be AB1 Silencer. The black hole's cut too. They can't cancel it. You've lost the NP. You lost the Undying. He's going to buy back into the global, but it's too little too late. Timbersaw will be next as he's just getting chunked. Triple kill for RTZ. This guy, finally, he's got to get the rampage here. Please let him have it. He's so close. 4 staffs around, one more auto attack. The charge from Crit as he steals it. The GG comes out, and Shopify will take game number 1.
Yeah, I was saying that in the draft, like, you know, it's not hard to kill a silencer, and then you get your fight, right?
But do you hear that in the game?
No, what was it?
It's an evil genius's victory.
Oh.
Sorry, could I?
Still haven't updated the voice lens there, eh?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
But what was it that you were saying?
Oh, nothing. I was just saying, like, it's just super easy for Shopify Rebellion to just kill a silencer, and then you get your fight, right? Like, theoretically, yeah, oh, we got the silencer Enigma counter, but, like, do you really? Like, you just, you know, Batrider lassos you, Marcy's on you, the Spirit Breaker charges you, and, you know, that last fight was a perfect example of what was going to happen this game, regardless of the net worth difference, was just, like, that black hole's going off, you know? Yeah, brilliantly executed by Shopify Rebellion. I think they played really well, and yeah, I think 5-rat 4 staff maybe got a little rattled in the draft there, and they were trying to, you know, get a little too funky with it. I think they maybe need to um, revisit the picks, make sure that they've got the right tools for what's going on.
Mm-hmm. And I gotta say, like, I get what 5-rat were doing there. I understand they wanted to try to dodge out fights against Shopify, but that support duo just wasn't it, man. Like, you can't recover with this. Like, you can't completely dodge out fights in Dota anymore. This isn't TI3 era. You can't just play Alliance where you refuse to interact with the enemies. You teleport and you kill towers for nature's profit. Like, that ain't it, man.
It's so funny, like, watching Crit at the end of the game. He was just charging from, like, the bottom right corner of the map into the middle creep wave, like, knowing he was just gonna charge through the triangle there, and he's like, I'll hit something. Like, I don't know what it's gonna be, but I'll reveal them and I'll hit something. And it just, like, he was doing it over and over and over until he bonked the silencer, and then they just lasso him, and it's like, all right, well, they got it.
Yeah, it's like, what are they gonna do about it when he's charging through? Like, they can't catch him with anything. The only they could have gotten him with the Gleipnir, but the only other thing they had is Rolling Thunder.
You just don't see it, like, fast enough. Like, he's charging at like 1,000 plus MS, and he's invis, right? So you have to have like a ward sentry, like, looking like in advance. It's
as
like,
he's coming in.
yeah, it was just not easy. So really well played by Shopify for game number 1. But we are going to go to a short break, and we'll be back with game number 2, everyone. So stay tuned for that here on the BTS Pro Series Season 14. We'll see you in a bit.